some of them to do a small concert to celebrate the opening of the recording studio. That notion resonated with me because I think the evening before I'd gone to see the movie Monterey Pop, and it blown me away. I thought it was one of the great movie experiences that I'd had. So I guess what happened from that moment through the festival was we somehow converted the recording studio project into Monterey Pop, and then some.
We decided, let's really try and put it all together and do a big festival and invite everybody we ever wanted to hear. And from that moment on, we're possessed.
You guys are not possessed. Liars. They're liars.
Midquick Dark Roast Forced Fresh, full tank brain freeze Kecto Nats, rolling hot dogs, bag of ice, antifreeze, wash and dry, diesel self-serve fix-up.
Okay, that's not working for me.
5%
Can I have that? You want to scoot back?
Some mechanics are just
Want to scoot back?
find something to fix.
No, I mean, you scoot your whole body.
Just running right. With preventive maintenance and the advanced technology of Pennzoil Motor Oil. Jiffy Lube. Leave worry behind.
Anyone that I talk to about learning a language, I tell them that there's just no other way to do it than learn it a stone.
Other than being dropped in a foreign country to your own devices, this is it.
I took Spanish in high school, and it was a miserable failure. 20 years later, I saw the Rosetta Stone program.
Was that more cat?
They are fine, okay? Yeah, because now they're not being...
Yeah, they were fine.
On the board, I thought, now getting coke.
US Open Series.
Yeah, reading it.
You know, cops can have a fun time too, you know? You know, in a way, we wanted to show ourselves. I'm really sorry.
Could you put that
I was
back?
going to take it for myself, but that's okay. Don't worry about me.
Mom, not now.
You think you can do me a really big favor? What is it? Anything.
This kid's crazy! You got a lot of water, everyone stay back for your own safety!
Get your hands off me, dirty cuff! You don't know what you just got yourself into. I'm Fogle! When I get out of here, I'm gonna rip your hat off! You can't hold me!
Pigs!
Yay.
He's crazy! This kid's crazy! Nuts! Well, we caught the infamous Fogle!
Wait for me, Nicola! Wait for me on the outside!
We're gonna go to Hawaii.
Man, this kid gives you so much ass.
Really?
I don't know what to do about the car. Sweet.
Well, you're free.
Cool and sweet.
Is it true? Those teams that
The same, grab your back.
Columbus, Ohio is home
Was that Miranda Cosgrove?
restoration.
No idea.
Black hair.
I don't know who.
Natural and are affordable on nearly any budget. But the entire process can't be explained in 60 brief seconds. So to find out more about this clinically proven and permanent solution to hair loss, call now to receive your free no-obligation information kit. It'll answer all of your questions about hair loss and hair restoration. Plus, we'll also send you this $250 gift certificate just for calling. Every day you wait, you're losing more hair. So don't put it off any longer. You owe it to yourself to find out the facts. Choose hair. Choose Bosley. Call 1-800-375-9277. That's 1-800-375-9277. One day, some more of your
Does Daddy really carry her across the road?
No.
No?
Every Monday, there's more to
He has done that though, right?
He's carried her over the electric fence.
Oh, the electric fence, right.
And one time he carried her, over the... Remember, oh yeah, you weren't there. Never mind. I can't talk right now, okay? Jeez!
Cash Cowboys and H2 Junior Series. Tomorrow at 10 on H2. More to history.
Okay, so we'll be having a show. And we're going to play a 13-song set
of Woodstock hits, and Michael Lang will be there. Anybody know who Michael Lang is? The founder of Woodstock. Here's what we're doing. We're going to do 2 rehearsals. People always say, you know, looking at Woodstock, do you ever think music will be that good again? And I say, definitely not. And it's amazing that it was that good once. It's really phenomenal to me to think that there was a world that Pink Floyd, the Stones, The Who, Jimi Hendrix, Janis Joplin, all walked around at the height of their powers.
You're a terrible drummer.
I'm still a terrible drummer.
Yeah, he is.
Actually, very talented.
Nope.
Watch Rock and Roll Circus, and we saw them do a quick one, and we really
You
loved
suck,
it.
Michael.
Then our parents got us and we started listening to them, and we got really hooked.
Mom, stop embarrassing me on YouTube.
And a gong behind us. I needed a gong. We bought a gong. Because of Keith, we bought a gong. We were inspired to buy a gong because Keith Moon had a gong. Yes. I decided I wanted to be able to do everything that all these other drummers were able to do, and I couldn't. So I did it. I can try.
The thing I find fascinating about Woodstock, for me, it always seemed like a bunch of guys said, okay, let's do this thing, and then bit off way more than they can chew, and then for 3.5 days in a muddy field, they just made magic happen. I just think that certain things happen, and they just catch fire.
So here we were with things becoming real all of a sudden. John and Joel called me and said, we found a place.
It was in Wallkill, New York. It had electricity, it had a few roads in it. It was perfect.
And so I go and look at it. It wasn't at all what I had envisioned. There was poison ivy everywhere, sticker bushes everywhere, and it's horrible. But Joel and Don had committed a lot of money by that point, and they were really worried. And so we were going to transform it and make it work.
I knew nothing about the Wallkill site. I was too busy traveling the country, creating the Woodstock Nation. While they were building a site, I was building a nation, and I always knew that.
Unfortunately, the Wallkill community itself was less than thrilled with us being there.
We would go to the town meetings up there, and they were kind of scary, really. First of all, Michael Lang had long hair. And if you showed up at a Wallkill town meeting and your hair was down to your shoulders, there were catcalls and hoots and questions. Is that Mr. Lang or Mrs. Lang? People were quite worried that we were going to be bringing up a crowd of people that would be lawless, until finally they went to court and revoked our permit.
We lost the site a month out in the festival. You can imagine where our heads were. I mean, we'd worked for months at this site. We were booked